Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. From the beautiful Pacific Palisades in California, it's the first round of the Genesis Invitational. I'm Andrew Catalan alongside Rich Beam and Luke Elvey, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy following the action on the course. Rich, this should be a fun week. We've got so many great storylines, including a rivalry with our featured player. Before we get into that, take us through this course. What are some of the big keys out there?
Andrew, this is probably my favorite golf course on tour by a long shot. Does it get any better than this? For me, it doesn't. I think it's just a mixture of the holes. You have an easy par 5 to start off with, and you got a brutish par 4 right after that. It gives and it takes. But at the end of the day, you just cannot wait to play it, no matter how good you play or how poorly you play, because it's so much fun being out there. You kind of sometimes get lost that, I'm not playing that great, but man, I feel like I'm in heaven right now. It's great.
Setting up now on the tee of the par 4 third.
Nice birdie in the last hole for a change. First one of the day. They needed it desperately. Now, next hole, looking for more.
John has the latest from the grounds.
Hello, Andrew. I'm down here with Tom Kim as he gets set for his next shot here on the 4th.
We're back. Time to have more live play. This putt left for birdie. And he improves his score to 2 under par for the event. Let's see what happens here on 4.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Okay, green side, a chance to get up and down. Staring down a very long putt here. All right, John, which way is this putt going to go?
Yeah, this is not going to be easy. It's going downhill, moving to the left.
6 feet remain.
Some bogeys are good bogeys.
Here's a look at how things stand. It's a one-shot lead.
Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
The par 3-6, one of the most magnificent holes, not only at Riviera Country Club, but in all of golf. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par, a chance to pipe one up the middle. Oh, this would be a good putt to make to move into the top 5. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
This one, guys, he's got around 9 feet.
Trailing by a few shots after that hole.
Over to the par 4 7th hole.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
All right, Henny, what does this look like?
He's got, I'd say roughly 120 here.
This putt for a share of 3rd place. While we have a moment, we want to show you the updated leaderboard. Our featured player in a tie for 3rd.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
This shot is about 170 yards. Just 1 stroke off the lead.
sitting at 2 under. Currently tied for 6th.
Good distance remains on this long putt. Henny, your green side. What do you see in this putt?
This looks like it's going to go left.
Too much power on that stroke. Here's a look at the way things stand. He is currently in a tie for 3rd place. This hole is a par 4.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
That's a really nice shot. This is the 3rd. And just one shot. It doesn't get much better than that. A hole out from the bunker.
I just love everything here. The setup, the technique, the attack angle, the strike, and the hole out.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard, and Rory McIlroy at the top, leading by 1.
The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
The 12th hole is a par 4.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
An opportunity for a birdie here. Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today, and that will take him to 8 under. After a quick look at the leaderboard, our featured player is on top with Rory McIlroy in 2nd. Well struck. Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
We've seen this player time and time again contend for tournaments, and it is no surprise to see him doing it once again this week. It is so fun watching this player. They're in top form.
That will drop, and it will extend the lead. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going.
We've hit the par 4, 15th hole.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
7 feet remains.
This is for birdie.
Ooh, that was close. Just an empty feeling when you hit an approach shot like that, Rich, but still come away with a par. $10 under for the event. Let's see how aggressive it becomes out of the sand. Henny, you're right there. What can you tell us about this bunker shot?
The bunker has not been kind to him, Andrew. This is really nasty.
Here's a quick look at the leaderboard, and he is up by 3. Out to the 18th tee.
Tee shot up the hill, fairway tilts significantly from left to right. Missing it out to the right is a massive no-no. You'll be blocked out by a bunch of eucalyptus trees that you cannot hit it through. Second shot is to a green that actually tilts away from the players, not towards them, even though the second shot is uphill. Green is historically one of the firmest on the golf course, and getting it close is nearly impossible. It is a heck of a finishing hole.
Here's a look at the leaderboard at the end of round one, and he finds himself in first place.
Just the narrowest of margins in that lead. A lot of players lurking.
Well, that'll do it for today. For all of us here at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalan. Have a great night. .2K Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Welcome back to Riviera. It's the final round of the Genesis Invitational. Andrew Catalan back with you. Thanks for joining us today. And Rich, the final round is underway. Our featured player is in first place.
Yeah, he's out there today. 3-stroke lead, final round. Boy, that's a pretty good number to be ahead, but I promise you, you want to get that lead to 4 and 5 as quickly as you possibly can. He's got to come out there and fire on all cylinders early.
He's got this putt for birdie. No change atop the leaderboard. Our featured player still out in front. Let's go out to the par 4 second. That will definitely work. You think about the confidence this player has after winning in their last event.
Winning breeds confidence, doesn't it? It wouldn't surprise me to see them make another strong one at the title again this week. John, what's going on out there?
Hey guys, I'm down here checking out Tom Kim as he gets set for his next shot here on the 5th.
Well, a par would look really good on the scorecard right now. Rory McIlroy is lurking. He just made a birdie and is 2 back. Not a bad shot right there. He's got 20 feet left to the cup. This putt on the way, looking good. This one is gonna go. We have a par 3 here.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
This one looks to be headed towards the fairway. This is his second shot. He's got a 2-stroke buffer. That should set up another chance. A look to get to 13 under par. And he's down there. You got a read?
Okay, my money is on a right to lefter.
And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. The 6th is a par 3. Just a little off with the accuracy there. Unable to find the green.
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
Is this one going to go down? Let's return to live play now. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. And he needs this to save par. Currently 13 under for the event.
Now teeing off on the par 4 7th hole.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front, players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Before we go back to live play, let's take a look at the leaderboard. All right, we're moving along to the action at the 8th. That's a good one to build momentum on.
Yeah, that was great wind management there.
9 feet to the cup.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
That one drops. It's the 5th birdie of the round.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Over to hole number 9. It's a par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that's a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play. Oh, just leaking ever so slightly. Awesome.
Setting up in the green side rough. That is going to work. John, your green side, what do you see in this putt?
I think a slight break to the right in this one.
And after that hole, our featured player still atop the leaderboard.
Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Time to catch up with that fabulous Korean, Tom Kim. This one's tracking towards the hole, I feel. What an opportunity to make a birdie. Look at him just surging ahead at the top of the leaderboard. Now on the tee after a birdie, fired up and ready for more.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Yeah, it should find the cut stuff. There's Tom the Tank Engine. Don't we love Tom Kim? He has got some go in him.
He's got all kinds of giddy up in him. Yeah, he's just a breath of fresh air, isn't he? Young kid out there having some fun, playing the game that he loves. And it shows. He's out there smiling, laughing, engaging with the fans. You know, it's refreshing. It's nice to see that because, you know, the PGA Tour can be so cutthroat at times, and yet you have this young kid out there who's just happy to be here, but he's happy to be here and winning.
Our featured player continues to lead the way, up by 9. Wow, he's going to like that one. Looks like about a 170-yard shot required here. Wow, our leader's got it going today.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
And after that hole, our featured player is in first place. Now to 16, it's a par 3. This is a 7-iron on the way. Tap in birdies. What a beautiful sight. He makes the putt and extends his lead.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Not much good that we can say about that shot. That's the type of swing you want to take with you every time out. That's a tough one to swallow.
A bit too much club there.
Wow, I thought that was going in. That one drops. Our featured player still sits atop the leaderboard. He's made his way to 18 with the lead. Time to get it done. That is a massive drive. Okay, Henny, what do you see down there?
By my estimation, he's got around 170 here.
How about this for drama? A chip to win the event. Terrific hands on that shot. There it is. Our featured player wins the Genesis Invitational.
And no better venue than Riviera Country Club to win.
Rich, just an incredible performance, back-to-back wins on tour.
It takes a lot of mental fortitude to win not just once, but back-to-back weeks. Job well done.
Well, that'll do it for today, folks. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and the entire crew, I'm Andrew Catalan saying so long, and thanks for watching 2K Sports.